as an example, like we're going to be talking about Pixel 6a versus Pixel 7a, and we're going to get into that as well. We're also going to talk about a Latercase. They sent me out a bunch of their cases today because the Pixel 7a will be here tomorrow. The Pixel 7a will be here tomorrow. I'm very excited. I got the tracking number. Let me be really clear. The Pixel 7a is being sent by Google Canada. No, I am not Team Pixel. I'm not part of Team Pixel. I don't believe Team Pixel is a Canadian thing or whatnot. I know it's primarily US, and also I think they just expanded to the UK. So here in Canada, they consider me media, and it's a media review unit kind of thing. So they're sending it out, and I'm really excited about it because the 7A just, I mean, we've already talked about this many times before, but it's just, for what's in there, it just looks bonkers for the price. It just absolutely looks great. So I still feel the Pixel 6a, even though most people are looking at the 7a, for its price point, is still an incredible value. And I was looking for the Willy Blue. You guys can see it's a very dark blue, and the Crimson, but they also sent along their gray black. It also comes in a flat black color that they just call black. So this is the gray black, then there's black, and then they also have a coffee color. You guys know I have the coffee on the Pixel 7 Pro. But I was specifically looking for these two right here. I wanted some color. I have no idea what color of Pixel 7a I'm being sent, but it doesn't really matter to me because I'll be putting a Latercase on it. All right. So I know I don't have the phone here, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to just look at it. And I just want to acknowledge really quick, if you guys know my history with Latercase and whatnot, you know, they've come a long way. They've done some great improvements. They've added this information on the back of their cases, you know, giving you basically all the specs you need to know about how thin it is, the weight, the texture, how strong it is, all the information you need right there. And then they've given us a really great packaging or unboxing experience. And I've said this before. And I'll say it again. Any company that takes its time in making packaging and making the unboxing experience enjoyable tells me that they give a darn about their company and their customers and the people that use their products. So it's hard to explain, but it's like a soft touch case. It just feels good. It feels premium. It feels good. So it's got kind of a magnet thing here. And as soon as you open it up, you got even more information here. 100% DuPont Kevlar. That's what it's made of. And again, more information here on this flap. 0.6 millimeters thin. 10 grams stronger than steel. Okay. So we have all that there. And then, of course, you open it up, and there is the case. So we're going to take that out. And I just want to point this out one more time. On the inside, we have some social media information, okay? Twitter, Instagram. So here's the case. This is the Crimson. This is for the Pixel 7a. And you guys can see how thin that is. I mean, look how ridiculous that is. Look how ridiculous that is, okay? This is obviously a surface protection. There's no quote-unquote drop protection. This is definitely for someone who just wants something basic, just like a skin, and it is super lightweight. Some basic, logo branding on the inside, and that's it. Nothing on the sides, nothing on the back, nothing like that at all. In fact, I'm going to turn my lighting back a little bit normal here. Let me just turn the lighting up in the studio a little bit more so you guys get an idea of the color. So right there, and I'll give you guys a look over here. And right here, okay. And then, of course, if I turn the lighting back down, you guys kind of have an idea. And also over here, okay. So hopefully that gives you guys a good idea of what this is like. Again, kind of under normal lighting there. And we'll go back to our show lighting, okay. So that's the Crimson. I'm either going to rock this or the blue as soon as the Pixel shows up tomorrow. And let's go ahead and dive into the Willy Blue. They call this one Willy Blue. If you don't know who Willy is, he's, I guess I don't know if you want to call him sidekick, but he's during the shows there, and he does a lot of the editing, and he's part of the team there at Unbox Therapy. And so there's the blue. It's a very dark navy, but under the right lighting, it'll look even brighter. So let's change up this lighting one more time, and give you guys a good look here. And also over here and back underneath, and then we'll change our lighting back. Okay, I really like the blue. I really like blue. Anytime we can add some color rather than your regular blacks and stuff like that, cool, good to go. And then of course I'll let you guys look at the gray, what they call gray black. This is basically their standard color that they had for the longest time until they started introducing other colors. And you guys are used to seeing that right there. And the same sort of branding and whatnot, a little speck of dust or whatever there. All right, so there we go. So those are the Latercase for the Pixel 7a. This is what they call Cyber Edition. And yeah, I mean, next best thing to having a skin kind of thing and for some surface protection. I've always enjoyed having them on my phones. You know, adds that little bit of grip, especially if the phone is slippery, and just some character. You're going to get some coverage there on the camera, and away you go. That's that right there. Next thing I want to dive into is the Pixel 6a, which if you look at the Google website, the Google Store website, this is still part of their roadmap. It's still part of their current offering. They have not phased this out because of the price point. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick look at their website and look at the differences, the key differences between this and the 7a. The biggest thing is going to be price point for people that are looking at buying a phone outright. All right, so this is the Google website, store.google.com. The pricing you're seeing down here is USD pricing. The Pixel 7a, $500, 6a, $350. Okay, so there is a $150 difference between the 7a and the 6a. And I've got the 7 over here just for fun. 6a still comes in 3 colors there. 4 different colors there for the 7a, both exactly the same size, width, height, you know, diagonal dimensions there. Okay, both have a 6.1 inch display, both have FHD OLED at 429 ppi, both have a 20:9 aspect ratio, both have high brightness mode, and you can see Corning glass basically the same for both. Then when we get down to the displays themselves, the visuals, this is where things obviously become a little bit different. 60 hertz on the 6a, 90 hertz on the 7a. That's going to make a big difference. That's a huge upgrade right there, in my opinion. So you're getting a smoother display with the 90 hertz. Okay, other than that, full 24-bit depth for 60 million colors on both. Okay, contrast ratio is the same. HDR support always on display. Now playing at a glance. Everything's the same there. So far, we're just looking at a price and a 90 hertz versus 60 hertz refresh. The battery is a little bit smaller on the 7a, and I also question if the 90 hertz will cause battery issues. Again, up to 24 hours standby is what they're saying, up to 72 hours with extreme battery saver, fast charging on both, and then wireless charging on the 7a, which again, that's a big jump. You don't normally see wireless charging in this category. Okay, that's awesome. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Design all the same, IP67 on both, which basically means the thing can take a splash, which is great. They've sped it up from 6 gigabytes to 8 gigabytes for the speed, and a standard 128 gigabyte for storage. Okay, so we've gone from 6 to 8 gigabytes. For security, everything's basically the same, except the 7a, you're going to get the VPN by Google, which is very useful. From my understanding, the fingerprint lock is even better than before, and also face unlock on the 7a. So you're going to get the face unlock, the upgraded fingerprint unlock as well. Tensor G2 on the 7a, G1, 6a was Tensor G1. One of the other big jumps here, the camera. So your main wide camera shooter has gone from 12.2 to 64. So you're going to get even more detail and more information, which is amazing. Going through here, your autofocus, dual pixel phase detection is all the same. It's optical and electrical image stabilization is the same. A little bit wider display there from 77 to 80. I doubt most people will notice the difference there. Okay. Then the ultra wide has gone from 12 to 13. So again, a little bump there. And then your selfie camera, your front facing camera there, is gone from 8 to 13. All right, in terms of camera features, photo on blur on the 7a, the 6a does not have that. Other than that, all the other features are the same. 7a does come with the long exposure, which I'm really looking forward to trying out this weekend. You didn't have that with the 6a. And then stereo speakers the same, 2 microphones. And then, of course, I mean, the 6a can be upgraded to Android 13, but that's what they launched with. I wanted to show you guys a complete album of photos taken by my son with the Google Pixel 6a about a month ago. Again, these are all taken with the 6a. If we go here, you guys can see here, Google Pixel 6a, okay? Moving vehicle going about 120, 100, maybe 110 kilometers an hour. I'm not sure what that is in miles, maybe about 70 or 80. But he knows to tap to focus. I'm not sure why he took a picture of all these campers, all these trailers and whatnot. It's a nice depth here, so I think he tapped to focus outside, and my daughter's head got in the way. We somehow ended up on a dirt road. I'm not sure why. Oh yeah, I thought it was a shortcut. It ended up being a dirt road. I'm not going to do that again. Grain silos, cows, horses, another horse, another horse. I don't know where he gets that eyebrow thing from. Ah, here we go. So we got to Lundbrook Falls. There's a nice train trestle in the background here, and it's like right there. Like as soon as you park, it's like there's a railing. It's like right there. You can actually cross over to the other side as well. Zoom in there, the train trestle, and you can see where this gate is right here, or this fence. That's basically where the parking lot is. So it looks like it's some big, and it's not. It's actually quite small, but it's really cool to look at. It's really kind of neat and everything. We stopped in Stavely, took some pictures of their grain elevator, because grain elevators are disappearing all over Alberta. So yeah, you can see here, it took these from the car, and then he got out and took this nice centered photo and everything like that, and the green came through. It's kind of overcast that day. We walked all around it. You can see the grain on the ground here and things like that. I think he took a picture in his hand. Yeah, nice close-up picture in his hand. We'll zoom in here so you can see the detail. That's from the Pixels 6A. So that's really good, right? There's just an idea of, nothing. It's not professional. It's just point and shoot, family road trip, taking some good photos. And, compared to some other, budget options out there and whatnot, that's really, it's incredible. So, if you're on an extreme budget or whatever you have through your carrier, and you still want something with a quality camera, quality video, timely updates, security, the first kind of things from Google and whatnot, I would still 110% recommend the 6A. I really would. Again, we are looking at US pricing here. If you are on an extreme budget, you still can't go wrong with the 6A, in my opinion. You really can't. This thing has been a lot of fun to use, the time that I've used it and whatnot. So I would say if you're on an extreme budget, go for this. Buy straight outright at $350. You still can't go wrong with this. And like I said, it's still available on Google's website there. I clicked on phones. You can see 7A, Fold, 7 Pro, 7, 6A. So it's still on their roadmap. Okay. If you're in an extreme budget situation, at $350, you cannot go wrong with this. You absolutely cannot go wrong with this. You saw some photo examples. You saw the great price point, the comparisons between this and the Google Pixel 7A, the new 7A. This is still a great option if you're on a budget, on an extreme budget, or if you just need a quick replacement. I would 110% recommend the 6A. You're going to get timely updates, all the newest features from Google, that awesome camera, and of course, like I said, an awesome price point. So check out the Google Pixel 6A.